Are you thinking about moving to the Boise area? Let me tell you about Star. Star is a hidden gem out there west of Eagle, east of Middleton. You got a new highway heading there. I'm gonna tell you about all the pros and cons of Star, Idaho in this video right here. Take it from me, born and raised in Boise. I lived in Eagle, Middleton, Boise, Meridian. I've lived them all. My name is Brian Hymas, Boise native, and I'm gonna take you on a journey through Star, Idaho that's gonna tell you everything you need to know if Star, Idaho is a fit for you. Want some wisdom and some inside scoop on what Star, Idaho is all about? We're gonna dive into these pros and cons. First pro of Star, Idaho is it's a growing community. I think I've said this a time or two before, but just in case you haven't heard it, what Eagle is today, Star will be in 10 years. And Eagle is the place to be right now in the Treasure Valley. That's the place I just moved from. I moved over about 10 miles west of Eagle into Middleton, skipping right over Star. Last home I had was an Eagle address, but we did a lot of the stuff we do with Star. Star schools, Star churches, and so Star was really a place I consider home. There are two major companies right now moving to Star, Idaho. Greylock, which is a national distributor of cabinets. They're actually the cabinets that are in my house right now. Very high-tech warehouse space that takes care of cabinet making without dovetailing the cabinets. All the details aren't necessary now. All you need to know is that a huge national company is building their cabinets out of Star, Idaho. Next thing is Wright Brothers. That's not the Wright Brothers that invented flight. That's a construction company here in the Treasure Valley. They have moved their headquarters to Star, Idaho as well. Star, Idaho grew more than 60% from 2010 to 2020 census. Population right now is right under 18,000. The pros in Star, Idaho for grocery shopping, you've got both ends covered, that is west and east. West, you've got Albertsons, nice new facility. Ridley's is only 5 or 10 years old, and that's on the east side. Those two buildings are super new. In the middle of town, you've got the old Star Merc. Star Merc is the staple of Star. It's got a gas station, it's got all that you need. Hate to say it, but I think it's gonna be gone in the next 10 years. It's a small business who really is not growing and adapting, but it's a staple of what Star downtown looks like. The pros of going out to eat in Star, Idaho is that you'll find a few options, quite a few actually. I would say the negative on that is that they're not global options. You're not gonna find some Vietnamese soup. You're not gonna find, food from down under. It's just not. But what you will find are chains that do have a good name. Cafe Rio, Mountain Mike's Pizza, Jersey Mike's, Dairy Queen's there in Star, Idaho. Westside Pizza is a great one. You also have Pizza Hut there as well. A great Mexican restaurant, El Mariachi Loco. One of my places I featured on a few social channels before is the dessert place. It's called Sea Salt Ice Cream. And Proof and Tap House. I love both those restaurants, both right next door to each other. Both have a very similar feel, just a little bit different with their food, but very, very good. Like I said, a lot more restaurants in Star. Here are some of them on the screen for you. Pro or con, not sure, because Star only has an elementary school and a middle school. It is rumored that a high school is coming to town. The ratings for both those schools are B+ and A-. That's elementary and middle school respectively. As of now, Star people are mostly going to Owyhee High School. Great high school, newest high school in the valley. It's where all of the technology and teachers and everything else are going. Sports are winning a lot of state championships type of thing. So a lot of those kids in Star are going to Owyhee. So that's actually good, but there is no high school currently, so it's a little bit of a 10-minute commute to get there. For those who don't want to cross the Boise River to go to school, you can go east into Eagle. You can go to North Star Charter School. That's a K-12 school, 9 through 12. Students will receive an associate's degree after graduating, so that is in accelerated learning. Very little focus on sports, high focus on learning. One of the cons to Star is its location. This is the one thing that actually is not the greatest, because in order to get to Boise, you're going to have to travel down State Street all the way in, or go down south to Nampa and then hit the freeway and go in. There isn't really a good straight shot, or at least a fast straight shot. So the location of Star, I would say, is a negative. However, its value in land is high because it is next to Eagle, and Eagle is the coveted place. So go figure. Another con for you, no hospital in Star, Idaho. You're gonna be traveling to Garrity exit to go to St. Al's. There is a small St. Al's clinic inside of Star, or you'll be traveling to the Midland exit to go to St. Luke's, or Eagle Road to go to St. Luke's, or downtown Boise to go to St. Luke's, or you can go to Curtis Road and go to St. Al's. Those are your options for the main hospitals. You probably will never find yourself driving west into Caldwell for the West Valley, because by the time you get there, you could have been to other better hospitals. Guys, real quick, before moving on to the next topic, my name is Brian Hymas. If this is your first time here, I love making these videos on Boise and real estate, and there's no greater compliment that I receive than a phone call, text, email from you telling me you're moving to Boise and that you're trying to get a hold of the Buying in Boise Blueprint, because this is my joy, my goal. What I do these for is for you to get here and make it successful. And the Buying in Boise Blueprint will will take you there successfully, faster than anything else, without missing any homes, without overpaying for homes, without buying a lemon. If you're moving here in the next 9 days or 9 months, give me a call, text, or email, and we will get you set up on the Buying in Boise Blueprint. Remember, the Buying in Boise Blueprint is for the Boise Valley. That includes Boise, Eagle, Star, Nampa, Caldwell, Middleton, Kuna, all those places and more. So if you're moving to the Treasure Valley, let's get started. We all know you don't move to Star, Idaho or small town Idaho for the entertainment. What are you moving there for? The great outdoors. You've got to love Star, Idaho for this one. You've got BLM access just out your front door to the North Foothills. You've got open spaces with golf courses. You've got River Birch in Star itself. Just a hop, skipping away in Eagle, you've got a few to choose from. Banbury, Eagle Hills, or even Shadow Valley. If you need to go west, you can go to Purple Sage in Middleton. There are quite a few options there north of the Boise River. You'll notice when I talk about Star, I talk a lot about Star, Middleton, and Eagle. That Boise River is a dividing line because there's only so many roads that cross that river on a bridge. I assume things will change in the next 20, 30 years and there'll be a lot more bridges to cross, but for now there's only a few. Speaking of outdoors, there are tons of parks, whether it be Pavilion Park. Pavilion Park has splash pads, pickleball courts, basketball courts, tons of parking, and room for rec center that's not yet built. It's right next to Waggin Tells. Hunter Sports Complex there in Star, Idaho. That's where the 4th of July fireworks are. There's a softball fields there. There's soccer fields there for the little tykes. There's a little skate park thing there. Huge American flag there representing the good old country America. There's the Blake Haven Park. There's 4 acres there donated by the Dale Blake family in 2003. That's awesome. That's a great donation. They're taking advantage of that park. There's swings, horseshoe pits, playground area for the kids. Star River Walk Park is the 4 acres or so that's located right on the Boise River. You can fish there, you can walk the greenbelt, you can swim, you can jump in the water. It's a nice strategically placed park there right on the water, 4.76 acres. The cons of the outdoors, guys, there's no secret Idaho doesn't have a beach. Very few of you coming from out of state go to the beach that often. In fact, I would venture to say I might go to the beach more than you, living in Idaho and only a 2-hour direct flight from here to San Diego. I might get 1 or 2 of you on that. I know my wife's aunt goes to the beach every week, and those people are far and few between. If that's you, I would not recommend moving here. That would not be something you're looking for because the beach is awesome, it's fun. But for most of you, it's something you live next to but hardly ever visit. Things we do to replace the beach: lakes. We go wakeboarding at Lucky Peak, Lake Lowell, Black Canyon. Get on the river. Boise River is an awesome, easy float. You can do that with like a 5-year-old life jacket. Payette River is world-class rapids. You've got staircase, you've got banks. I don't know the exact forks of the river that you should go on. I think it's South Fork is banks down, but Payette River is world-class rapids. It's stuff you can go on a kayak or a big raft. Fantastic rapids. One very easy hike is Jump Creek Falls. Another couple falls in the state of Idaho that you could visit within a day and be back: Shoshone Falls, Twin Falls. That is located near Twin Falls. In peak season, the amount of water that goes over the rocks in that Shoshone Falls is actually more than Niagara Falls. And we all know Niagara Falls is super famous because it's a big cliff, but there's more water at Shoshone Falls, believe it or not. Another one, Mesa Falls, super beautiful. It's in eastern Idaho. We've hit Mesa Falls up. It's only 5 hours away. That one, when we go to Yellowstone, we do Island Park. That is what we're doing. We're always hitting up Mesa Falls. One thing to replace the beach is a place called Dockzilla. It's actually new, very new to me. There's a dock and a nice pond there. It's part of Freedom Park. Go check that one out too. You got some footage here to enjoy. And while you enjoy this footage, they do keep these lakes stocked with fish. Are you seriously thinking that staying in the big city that you hate is better than moving to the small town with a bigger home? Guys and gals, real talk, real quick. Crime is better. Friendliness is better. Cost of living is better. The country feel is better. There's so many things better about this place. The one thing that's not is a change in your life, and that is a decision you'll have to come to on your own. Pretty soon the pain point will become so great of not having freedom in your life that you'll just make the move and it will be worth it. I promise you. And when you're thinking about moving your family, and everyone who's been there in California or Washington for the last X amount of years, I can't predict with a surety, but I can tell you in a lot of cases, people follow you. Guys, Star Idaho offers a ton of RV bays, a ton of waterfront properties, and a ton of new homes. Star is growing so much that those 3 things are actually super common and very much par for the course for Star Idaho. Let's talk about home prices real quick in the Treasure Valley, particularly Star, and we're gonna compare these 4 cities that are up on your screen right now. Looking at Star Idaho, we have a median home price of $568, lowest home sale price was $215, and the highest price sell in Star was 6.2. You can see that's right in there with Eagle's highest price. The median price you can see in Eagle is quite a bit higher. North Meridian right there at 520. Do you want to escape the big city, but you just feel a little lost in knowing if and where you should relocate to? You've got to be considering Star, Idaho. Conservative council members, you got 5 of them that run the show. You got a mayor as well. On a crime index out of 100, Star is about 85. That's fantastic. You'll find 60s, 50s in some of those Californian cities. If you catch my drift, I think we might be a little tad bit safer up here in conservative America. When it comes to cons in Star, Idaho, I'm gonna give traffic a con. Why? Because there are only a few roads that cross that Boise River to get north, like I said, and a lot of those get backed up. There's a lot of construction going on Highway 2026. There's construction going on McDermott Road, which we'll address later. Once you get to Star, it's open roads. There's not a lot of traffic jams that happen there. So that is the good news, but getting to Star might be a little bit of a concern. But I have some bonus material for you, and that's talking about this new highway going from the freeway all the way to Star and all the way to Emmett, and that's the new Emmett Highway. It's Highway 16. It's gonna go over McDermott Road, and it's going to connect Star and West Eagle and Emmett all the way down to the freeway. It's gonna make that 30 minutes out in the middle of nowhere seem like a breeze, because you're gonna jump on that, go south, hit the freeway, and be downtown in nothing. So the Highway 16 construction is actually a very, very big bonus of things coming to Star, Idaho. So would I live in Star, Idaho? Yes, easy answer. But who do I see Star, Idaho for? Honestly, it's the outdoor enthusiast who wants a little bit of a discount that doesn't want to go to Eagle or have a need for an RV bay. It's the person who might want to be on the water. It's a little bit more upscale than Middleton, but right now you're willing to trade in more acreage for nicer subdivisions and a little bit more prim and proper in Star, but not quite as much as Eagle. It's getting there, but right now Star has a lot to offer you if those things appeal to you. I just sold a home to someone in Star. They're getting an RV bay. They're not on the water, but the homes we were looking at were mostly on the water. It was a 3-bed, 3-bath, and an office home. And it's a home that these guys are going to enjoy their RV bay. It's a home that puts them right next to the outdoors. It's a home that's new, comes with a warranty from a solid builder, Tresidio. Talked about them a lot before. That's who I see moving to Star. If those things seem to fit you, then I would consider Star, Idaho. If you're thinking I need more prim and proper, you want to go to Eagle. Honestly, I love Eagle. I lived there for 7 or 8 years on purpose. I love Eagle. Where I'm at now, I could get more acreage. I love looking out and seeing a little bit more green grass. I love the open air. I love that everything that Middleton offers me right now in the stage of life I'm in. I can see need for both. I like that I lived in the world's tightest HOA and prim and proper and nice homes, and everybody's, you know, buttoning up everything. And now I live in a 10-home subdivision, no HOA, and an acre, and both fit. Star is that middle mix, and so if you're looking for that middle mix, head to Star. And if you need another banger of a video on Star, Idaho, check out that one right there. That one's awesome. It's gonna give you all you need to know about moving to Star, Idaho. If you've been to Star, Idaho, is there anything I missed? Put that one in the comments below. Would love to hear that feedback. Star, Idaho grew by more than 50%. That's actually more than 60. Pros of grocery shopping, the pros in Star, Idaho. Pros of dining, pros of going out to eat in Magic Mike's. That's not Magic Mike's. I say Magic Mike's all the time. And the buying in Boise. Throw your fishing poles in, catch a lunker, I think. And those, in the amount of water that goes over those, falls in oh man.